Good morning, it's been a while. Here I am with another cooking video from my kitchen here up in Otterwild. Today I'm going to make some blueberry pancakes, and it's pretty simple really. Once you have everything in place, your mise en place, which in French means everything in place. So I do have all that, so let me show you what I have. Actually, let me see if you can see it from here. Yeah, I kind of do have everything in place there. And I'll give you a little quick explanation about everything. I'm not going to make them from scratch for a couple reasons, because I've got appointments and I'm, heading out soon. So instead of making it from scratch, I choose this second best alternative. It's from Pamela's non-dairy pancake mix, gluten-free, and yeah, it's actually, I've made it before, very good, a great alternative if you're not going to make them homemade. This particular recipe is not vegan, although this is a vegan pancake mix. There you go, Pamela's. Rock on, Pamela. Keep on keeping on. So there's that, and then I have, because I don't have, on the recipe it calls for almond milk. I don't have any on me. Sometimes I do, but I'm pretty picky about that, because if I'm going to get it, it's got to be organic and sprouted. It's very rare that I drink regular almond milk, although sometimes I do. In this case, I have some dairy-free, gluten-free, instant coconut milk powder. And I kind of, because I didn't have any milk alternatives, not that I'm a big dairy drinker at all, but I had this in my cabinet, so I thought I would use it as my alternative for the almond milk. And I've already made that up. I added it just with some water, shook it up, and made it in a little jar here so it's convenient. I have a little package of Wild Harvest organic wild blueberries. See those? Yeah, they're actually really good. They're really teeny tiny, very cute, and you can keep them in the freezer, which is where I bought them at Sprouts in the freezer. But I thought about overnight. And then I have my eggs, pasture raised from the local farmers up here, ranchers, I should say, chicken rancher farmers, whatever. What else? I have organic maple syrup, see that, which is actually, I've heated it up on the stove because I like to put warm maple syrup on my pancakes. I also have organic cinnamon, which I like to add for flavor and for insulin levels, balancing them out. And I think I have everything I need. So that said, let's start. I'm gonna move the camera over is what I'm gonna do. Let's see if I can do this. Here you go. All right. And then, so I've doubled the recipe. So this is 2 cups of Pamela's. And then I'm just going to add, I don't know. I could just kind of pour it in like that. But if you really want to measure, I don't know, maybe 1/4 teaspoon. I like a lot of cinnamon. I like the cinnamon flavor anyway. If you don't like it, you don't have to add it. And then keeping it simple. What else? Okay, so I learned this in cooking class in the 7th grade. I'm going to mix it around, my dry ingredients, and then just so that it mixes up better, I'm going to make a little well in the center. I'll show that to you in a minute. When you're working with dry ingredients and wet ingredients and you need to blend them, it's kind of nice to make a little well. So let's see here. Can you see that? Yeah, maybe you can, maybe you can't. But anyway, there's that little well. And then it says to add, the ingredients are the directions are very simple. You just basically preheat the griddle, which I've done here. See that? It's already hot. On medium, probably I started it on medium high and then I turn it down. And then you're gonna crack your eggs in the center. Ah! Yeah, you don't want that. That would not be good. It would make it crunchy pancakes with the eggshell. You're gonna crack your eggs in the center of the well. See that? Yeah, you can see that. I can see it, you can see it. And then let's get this out of here. Because you know me, I like to tidy as I go along. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. Also, you need some cooking oil. So I used just regular coconut oil, organic virgin coconut oil from Sprouts. If you don't like that, you can use heat up a little bit of ghee, which is clarified butter. And I have that right here. See that? This is one of my favorite products. Yeah, it's from Organic Valley clarified butter. You can get that at any great health food store. Mother's is my first choice. Sprouts, Whole Foods, although I haven't shopped at Whole Foods forever for my own reasons. So there's the oil. You don't want to forget the oil. So I have about 2 teaspoons here, so I'm gonna blend that in. I've doubled the recipe, so that's why I have 2 tablespoons of oil, not 2 teaspoons. Everything's doubled. So 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of oil, a cup of flour. Okay, so pancake mix, eggs, oil. Okay, now because I don't have almond milk, I said I was going to use coconut milk. You can find coconut milk at the grocery stores. Unfortunately, you can't really get it fresh unless you're in Thailand. You can get coconut water fresh, but I wouldn't put coconut water in here. I want something a little thicker and richer. So coconut milk you can get in cans at the health food store, organic of course. You can now get coconut milk in the refrigerator section, but I kind of shy away from that. But anyway, so here I am. Let me get my coconut milk, and in this case I need a cup, so I'm going to pour it in my, I got some, I have some chunks in there because I had some coconut cream in there earlier, so I'm going to strain that out. No big deal. I'll use it later. I'll use the rest of this leftovers for my, when I have alternative hot drinks like organic coffee or like a hot tea, because sometimes I like cream in my tea. So I'm gonna mix this up, and if it's too thick, then you want to add a little more liquid. So let's play it by ear. Let's see how thick it turns out to be. And I have my trusty little whisk here, my kitchen utensil. If you don't have a whisk, you can just use a spoon or a fork. So you just kind of want to blend it until it's evenly distributed. You don't want to overbeat it, because then, in my experience, it'll get rubbery. You'll have rubbery pancakes. So you want to just kind of be a little gentle. I could tell already, based on my experience of working with pancakes and cooking in the kitchen, that this is going to be a thicker batter, and that's okay, because sometimes I want thicker pancakes. So it's already blended. Now I'm going to stick in. I'm going to put in some of the wild blueberries. So I have a little measuring spoon. You don't need it. I can just, kind of wing it. And then I'm going to just dump them in here. And there's a little bit of water in the blueberries themselves, so that's going to thin out. Let's see, can you see that? Let me see if I can angle this. Yeah, so it's going to thin out the batter a little bit, and you just want to kind of be gentle. Wow, it's like a blue batter. They're going to be literally blueberry pancakes. So to me, that looks like perfect. So let me get this out of the way, because I like to have a tidy area. So bear with me. I rinse those very quickly. There, that was quick. Okay, now my batter's already all mixed up. See that? Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring the camera angle over here without knocking it over again. My cooking fat of choice is going to be some ghee, the clarified butter. And the reason why is because I like that butter flavor in my pancakes. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of that. And then use my spatula to kind of stir it around a little bit. Once again, you want to have the heat on like medium. Yeah, medium heat will work. Anything higher than that will make the pancakes stick and burn. So let's cross our fingers here. All right, so, and then meanwhile, my maple syrup has gotten a little bit cooled down, so I'm gonna turn that on, and I'm gonna actually leave that on low. So back to the pancakes here. So I'm gonna stir that around a little bit more, just to kind of get the fat a little evenly distributed, so that the batter, so they cooked fine. They cooked better, evenly. What else? Let's see. You can just pour it over. Sometimes I do that when I'm all by myself, but for purposes of the camera and y'all, I'm gonna just use a ladle. So then you just kind of ladle it in like that. And then you want to shape it a little rounder. Oh, that looks like it's going to be lovely. So then, you know what I do? I just put my ladle back in the bowl, let it hang out there while this is cooking. Then we can chat about this for a little bit. So, yeah. And actually, I want you to see that. Can you see how the edges right around here are a little bubbly? That's good. That means that it's starting to cook. And so that's a good sign. I'm gonna turn it up just a smidgen because I had it a little bit too low. It's all right. So while that's cooking, let's talk about something. Let's talk about some gluten. Why did I choose gluten-free pancakes for my breakfast today? Well, first of all, because part of me was craving it. A part of me was craving the pancake with the savory and the sweet. Savory meaning, you know, the actual flavor of the flour and the cinnamon. And then the sweet meaning the little maple syrup and blueberries that I have in it and on it. So I don't know, it just sounded really good. Gluten-free as opposed to regular pancakes, which is really what I grew up on, is because not for health reasons actually. Gluten-free for health reasons. Gluten is a vegetable protein, and when mixed with water it becomes gooey and sticky. Therefore, when it enters your body and your digestive system, your body feels like it's a foreign invader and it will react. That's why a lot of people have celiac disease, or when they eat gluten, you know, they get full of inflammation. I do. We get inflamed. We may not notice it right away, and we might have a sluggish digestive system and maybe even low energies. So, truthfully, I don't eat gluten-free all the time. 95% of the time I do, and when I don't, it's usually at a really fine, high-end restaurant that makes wonderful food with optimal ingredients. And I don't do that often, but every once in a while I do. So that's why I chose gluten. All right, let me turn this around and see how the pancake is. Oops, that got really hot. See that? Look, that actually got too hot. It's almost like I'm gonna make candy. I used to make candy in school, hard candy, and that's what it looks like when you start. So I'm hoping that just continues to melt for my pancakes. It'll be fine. But anyway, back to this. It's starting to get little bubbles on top, and then the bubbles pop. That means it's time to flip it over. So what I do is I take my spatula and I flip it upside down, and I get the edges of the pancake first to unstick it, just in case it's stuck, and then I gently flip it over right in the middle. And actually that looks awesome. And let me show you it from this angle here. Yeah, there you go. So to me that looks like an awesome pancake. Those little part that's splatted out right there on the side, no worries, because what'll happen is I will eat those. I actually just kind of cut around them and they get a little crispy and I just like them. So here we go. There's my pancake. It's done. I'm going to turn the heat off because once again, this stainless steel is really hot. It's going to keep cooking. I don't want it to get really dried out and yucky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, you could do this at the table, but I'm going to do it here. This is, yeah, my buffalo milk butter. I said this is not a vegan recipe. It isn't now because I'm adding buffalo milk butter. And I'm just going to take a smash like that and I'm going to put it right on top. And the reason why, see that? Yeah. The reason why is because it's going to continue to melt into the pancake. And I just like that flavor. I like it cooked in, melted in. So there I have it. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to plate it. So bear with me, friends and neighbors. All right. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then I'm going to move the camera for a second again. Put this back here. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like to drizzle the hot maple syrup on top. Oh yeah, that's it. That is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh my God. Amazing. I'm so excited about this. That's good too. So now, see that? Oops. My Peruvian wristband is in the way. So there you have it. But it's not over yet. I'm going to take you to my dining room where I have set up a little place setting with my formal cloth napkin, my linen napkin, my fork. I don't need a knife. You could use a knife and a fork to cut your pancake, but I'm keeping it simple. And so why did I decide to do this in this setting with this beautiful music on in the background? Because I want to honor myself on a deeper level. It's easy for me to just pull up this stool here and sit at my kitchen counter and eat. And oftentimes I do, but I just feel like I want to honor myself. So I'm taking myself on a breakfast date. I'm going to sit at the formal dining room table with a cloth napkin, and I'm going to enjoy my beautiful, beautiful breakfast here with this beautiful, beautiful music on in the background. All right, so here I go. Napkin on my lap. You know, if not now, when? If not me, who? Something like that. The point I'm trying to make is I have to remember to honor myself, because if I don't, oftentimes nobody else will. I will reflect that out and I will get that back. It's a universal law, right? The law of attraction. So I honor myself, and meanwhile, by honoring myself, I'm going to turn down the music a little bit because it just kind of kicked it up. And the music that I'm playing is Stephen Halpern. Stephen Halpern has beautiful meditation music. So that's my background music. But before I go into my beautiful breakfast here, I'm going to share with you what I do. I bless the food with deep gratitude. So, Heavenly Father, Blessed Mother, Great Spirit of the universe, thank you for this beautiful, beautiful food that sits before me. I raise the vibration level of this food to meet my body's powerful vibrational needs. I bless the food and all who brought it to my table. I am honored and I am in deep gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go. That's my little prayer. Here it goes. Oh dear. A little bit of good healthy fat in there. It's so good. Thank you. It's going to fuel me on my hike. Have a beautiful day. Stay tuned for more.